Good morning. So finally the girls came home after 9 days, and I'm back on the Navy Pier here at the ocean in the Gulf of Thailand, and it's beautiful. So I was going to go into a big spiel about Wing Chun and trapping, but I'll save that for later. I'm going to start, well, first of all, what we worked on the past couple videos was the forearm strike into what in Cantonese would be called jut sao, or jerking into the shoulder. You can also use the bicep, and you can also use the forearm to push back on it as well. And then we worked the other side with the elbow strike, and we did what in Cantonese would lap sao, right? But it's just jerking. It's a forehand jerk and a backhand jerk, you know, come on, right? And then we went into an elbow strike from there, and then a shoulder strike follow-up. Well, there's a ton of things that you can do, and I will expound upon that. But, and I did mention the term trappling, because trappling to me is the use of one arm for the sake of immobilization and striking, but it also gives you the potential to use grappling very easily from that position. And grappling, in order to do a takedown, remain standing and kick them in the face, and get back home before someone calls the cops. And hopefully there's no you know, televisions fucking watching your ass, camera. But anyway, so basically the basic idea behind this is that you're either dealing with a straight punch or a hook punch, okay? Something coming down the middle or something coming around. And so we know that when something comes down the middle, that primarily in order to parry it, we would use the palm, okay? And in order not to meet force with force and to make it go by us, it's semicircular in nature where it's pulled back. And I did talk about this in the teasers, as I recall, okay? But in regards to trappling, basically what I want to do when the straight comes in is step off the line and pass, and then turn it into a barring arm, okay? So that is the basic hand movement, and I did cover that, as I recall. Boom, boom. All right? But the idea here now, in order to, this still to me would be trapping, okay? Now trappling would be the encompassment of the arm under here and up on the elbow joint now, or up near the shoulder. And basically at that point, all I'm doing is unloading with hooks, and I'm stepping towards the opponent to give him forward pressure, okay? So it's somewhat, well, I don't want to get into that yet either. So, but the idea is that really what you're looking at to do is that this part before you do the barring arm is that you hit him, okay? So the first thing that you want to do is, once you clear it, is hit him, jam him, encompass him, and hit him. All right? And believe me, this works in sparring. And that is going to get into my spiel, but I'll wait for that. I don't want to go into the spiel right now, because I'm feeling good today. All right? So we got the parry, we got the hit and the jam, we got the encompassment, and we got the hooks. So we're talking about hitting to the balls, hitting to the solar plexus, hitting to the face. 3-4 hooks in a row. All right? And so then you have this kind of dual option, really based upon the tactile relationship of what's going on in the fight. And that is to continue engagement or to disengage. All right? And we've covered that a little bit. So once I have my parry hit in, and by the way, the parry hit could be a body shot. The parry hit, if you're bringing it at a downward angle, could be over the top. Parry hit. Jam him up and get the encompassment, right? So once I start hitting, if he pulls away from me, then I wouldn't want to continue forward pressure. I would send him on his way and follow up with a kick, all right? And let him get away, all right? And just wipe him out with a big kick. Then on the other hand, when I go parry hit here and jam him up and follow up with the hits, okay? Now what we're talking about is initiating grappling, which would take me into the forearm strike or straight elbow to the neck, okay? And then either the pike to the ground or the windmill throw, where I throw him down here, okay? And that would be your options in regard to initiating grappling, because this one is under to over. This one is over to under, and it either jams straight down, okay, or you use lateral triangle or pivoting in order to bring him over here like this. All right, and again, you know, shadow boxing is very important. I mean, you working it out in the air is really good cognition for you to apply your intellect in regards to keeping it clean and how it would work in a real tactile situation. But you definitely need to work this with an opponent, right? And first, you know, the guy allows you to do it, right? And then he begins to counter your movement with pushing or pulling or whatever rules you establish, or actually trying to hit you. And then you build upon that, right? And then the next stage is to work it in sparring, or work it in some form of pressure testing, where you know, you gear up and really go at it. So I think we'll just keep this with this technique. But so if we're right to right, match leads, and he throws the lead straight, okay, I have it this way. If I'm right and he has the left foot forward, okay, then we have it this way. Okay? So in matched leads, your tool is lead is rear. In unmatched leads, excuse me, your tool is rear, keeping the rear, okay? But in this sense, you're using your lead hand to parry, rear hand to parry, parry jam, and compass hit, 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 all right? And again, don't forget that if you can get that hit in right away with a parry or a couple hits before you encompass, that's what you want. Because if not, it will already turn into a wrestling match. The only thing that may save your ass is that you actually got off to the side. All right? Okay, so that's going to do it for this clip. And we'll keep going in this direction with 2 or 3, 4 parts, whatever like that. And then I'm going to go back through and look at what I shot and see if I need to add any more things to the isolated training before I go into integration. All right? Okay, have a good one. Hasta mañana.